A world frozen in time, ruled by giants, until everything changed. Now, secret to bring back a lost world.
What if I told you that mammoths didn't disappear when the Ice Age ended? What if some of them survived for thousands of years longer than scientists once believed? Imagine this. While humans were building the first pyramids in Egypt, a small group of woolly mammoths was still walking on Earth. Today we're uncovering the fascinating story of the last woolly mammoths on Earth, how they survived thousands of years longer than anyone expected, and what finally caused their disappearance. Before we follow their final journey, let's understand what these incredible animals really were. The woolly mammoth was a close relative of today's Asian elephant, perfectly adapted for life in the harsh Ice Age. An adult mammoth could stand more than 11 feet tall and weigh up to 6 tons. Its thick fur, a layer of insulating fat, and long curved tusks helped it survive some of the coldest environments on Earth. For hundreds of thousands of years, woolly mammoths thrived across the vast frozen grasslands of Europe, Asia, and North America. These endless plains, known as the Mammoth Steppe, provided everything they needed to survive. But around 12,000 years ago, the Earth began to change. As the last ice age came to an end, temperatures slowly rose. Massive glaciers melted, rivers expanded, and forests gradually replaced the open grasslands. The world that mammoths had called home for thousands of generations was disappearing. For centuries, scientists believed that climate change alone caused the mammoths to disappear. But the story was far more complex. As the climate became warmer, mammoths lost much of their natural habitat. The vast open grasslands they depended on slowly gave way to forests and wetlands. Food became harder to find, and mammoth populations grew smaller with each passing generation. At the same time, another intelligent species was expanding across the world: humans. For many years, researchers believed that woolly mammoths disappeared completely around 10,000 years ago. But later, an extraordinary discovery changed that story forever. On a remote island in the Arctic Ocean called Wrangel Island, scientists found evidence that a small population of woolly mammoths had survived for nearly 6,000 more years. Completely isolated from the mainland, these remarkable animals quietly lived on while the rest of their species had already disappeared. The discovery of Wrangel Island completely changed our understanding of mammoth history. Radiocarbon dating revealed that these isolated mammoths were still alive around 4,000 years ago. That means they survived long after the last ice age had ended. In fact, while ancient civilizations were already flourishing, the final woolly mammoths were still quietly roaming their frozen Arctic island. Life on Wrangel Island was peaceful for thousands of years. The mammoths had enough food, very few predators, and almost no contact with humans. But there was one problem they could not escape. Their population was becoming smaller with every generation. As fewer mammoths remained, their genetic diversity gradually declined, making the population more vulnerable over time. Scientists have spent years studying the DNA of these final mammoths. Their research suggests that the small population on Wrangel Island had much lower genetic diversity than earlier mammoth populations. Some harmful mutations may have accumulated over time. However, scientists still do not believe that genetics alone explains their extinction. Most researchers think several environmental and biological factors work together, making their survival increasingly difficult. Around 4,000 years ago, the last known population of woolly mammoths disappeared from Wrangel Island. The exact reason remains one of science's greatest mysteries. Researchers have proposed several possibilities, including environmental changes, freshwater shortages, and the effects of living in a very small, isolated population. Instead of a single catastrophic event, the evidence suggests that multiple challenges may have pushed the final mammoths beyond the point of survival. Their story reminds us that extinction is often the result of many small pressures working together over time. Even today, the story of the woolly mammoth is not completely over. Scientists are studying ancient mammoth DNA preserved in Arctic ice to better understand these incredible animals. Although researchers are exploring new genetic technologies, no true woolly mammoth has been brought back. For now, their return remains a scientific possibility rather than reality. The woolly mammoth was more than an Ice Age giant. Its story reminds us how climate, isolation, and time can change the fate of even the strongest species. Every new discovery helps scientists better understand Earth's past and protect its future. Comes to an end, countless mysteries of Earth's past are still waiting to be discovered. Subscribe to Primeval Vault for more real stories backed by science. Until our next journey, keep exploring.